Above is the auspicious heaven. Below are the three paths of misery. In between are those who are not free to choose their birth. These three all converge on you. O grandmother, you are an angry woman and dislike the Dharma. Question your own thoughts and your mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teaching. You need a qualified and dependable guru. Think carefully, dear lady. When you were first sent here, did you dream you would become an old nanny goat? In the morning, you get up from bed. In the evening, you go to sleep. And in between, you do endless housework. You are engrossed in these three things. Grandmother, you are the unpaid maid. Question your own thought and your mind examine. You should practice Buddha's teaching. You need a qualified and dependable guru. And then things may be different for you. The head of the family is the most important one. Income and earnings are the next most longed for things. Then, sons and nephews are wanted most. By these three, you are bound. Grandmother, for yourself you have no share. Question your own thought and your mind examine. You should practice Buddha's teaching. You need a qualified and dependable guru. And then things may be different for you. Attaining what you want, even though you steal. Getting what you desire, even though you rob. Fighting your foe without regard for death and wounds. To these three things you are subjected. Grandmother, you are burned up with fury. when you come upon your foe. Question your own thought and your mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teaching. You need a qualified and dependable guru. And then things may be different for you. Gossip about other women and their manners is what interests you. To the affairs of your own son and nephew, you pay attention. To talk of widows and relatives is your delight. These three things enchant you. Grandmother, are you so gentle when you gossip? Question your own thought and your mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teaching. You need a qualified and dependable guru. And then things may be different for you. To lift you from a chair is like pulling out a peg with feeble legs. You waddle like a thieving goose. Earth and stone seem to shatter when you drop into a seat. Senile and clumsy is your body. Grandmother, you have no choice but to obey. Question your own thought and your mind examine. You should practice the Buddha's teaching. What you require is qualified and dependable guru. And from that, you may find out how you have changed. Your skin is creased with wrinkles. Your bones stand out sharply from your shrunken flesh. You are deaf, dumb, imbecile, eccentric and tottering. You are thrice deformed. Grandmother, your ugly face is wrapped in wrinkles. Question your own thought and your mind examine. You should practice Buddha's teachings. You need a qualified and dependable guru. And then things may be different for you. Your food and drink are cold and foul. Your coat is heavy and in rags. Your bed so rough it tears the skin. These three are your constant companions. Grandmother, you are now a wretch, half woman and half bitch. Question your own thought and your mind. Examine. You should practice Buddha's teaching. What you need is a qualified and dependable guru. And then things may be different for you. To attain a higher birth and liberation is harder than to see a star in daytime. To fall into samsara's wretched path is easy and happens often. Now, with fear and grief at heart, you watch the time of death draw nigh. Grandmother, can you face death with confidence? Question your own thought and your mind examine. What you need is to practice the teaching of Buddha. What you need is a qualified and dependable guru.